Welcome aboard, friends, to our journey into Storybook Land. My name is Alyssa, and I'll be your captain and storyteller here aboard the Ariel. For your safety, please remain seated, facing forward, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the boat at all times. And please watch your children so our story doesn't take any unexpected turns. We're going to be waiting just one moment here while our friend Meriwether in front of us gets a little bit further ahead. So now would be a great time to take a picture. Most people travel to stories through the pages of a book, but those lucky enough to visit in person may find the way to be quite magical, or even a little bit menacing. But don't worry, though it looks like we're traveling through the jaws of Monstro the whale, we're actually being transported to a magical place called the Storybook Land.
There's the train.
And like all good stories, ours begins with a once upon a time, and in this case, a big bad wolf who was always chasing after the three little pigs. Thankfully, though, they live safely to our right in their houses. One made of straw, one made of sticks, and the last made of guaranteed wolf-proof bricks.
Alright, okay.
But our story takes a strange turn, for coming up to our left is the quaint English village home to Alice, where one golden afternoon she followed the white rabbit down, down, down into Wonderland. But if Wonderland's not your cup of tea, perhaps the London Park will be, which is to our right. Now this is where Peter Pan and the darling children flew over while on their way to Neverland. All it took was a little bit of faith, trust, and of course some pixie dust. Storybook Land is home to fantastical places like Agrabah, City of Enchantment, where a street rat named Aladdin fell in love with Princess Jasmine. Although the two are from different worlds, through the power of true love and a little help from a genie, they were married and live in the Sultan's palace today. Now here in Storybook Land, love shines forever, like the twinkling lights in the archways above us. The very same archways that Princess Jasmine and Aladdin soared over, sideways, and under on their magic carpet ride to a whole new world. But stories can take some dark and mysterious turns, like the Cave of Wonders just ahead, where Aladdin found the lamp of the genie and was granted 3 wishes. Let's all make a wish inside and see if it comes true. Princess Snow White wished for safety from the evil queen, and she found it to our right in the cottage of the 7 dwarves. They granted her shelter in exchange for her kindness. And Cinderella wished to go to the ball, but her stepmother forbade it, leaving her in their blue chateau to our left. Her fairy godmother did come and grant her wish, but when Cinderella didn't return home by midnight, her terrace turned back into a pumpkin. But while magic has its limitations, thankfully true love does not, and both Cinderella and Snow White got a happily ever after with their charming princes. Our very own Princess Aurora danced with her prince once upon a dream. And what would be a better place to drift off to sleep than a bed of quilted flowers, like the ones to our left, inspired by the 1933 Silly Symphony cartoon, Lullaby Land. There's magic everywhere in Storybook Land, including the miniature plants and flowers. They are all completely real, and with a little sprinkle of pixie dust each night from our friend Tinkerbell, they never ever have to grow up. Our next story is that of The Wind in the Willows with Mole, Rat, and Mr. Toad, whose stately manner is coming up to our left. But sorry folks, it doesn't look like anyone's home right now. Mr. Toad must be on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. And just beyond is the kingdom of Arendelle, home of sisters Anna and Elsa. When Elsa ran away to her ice palace up in the mountains, her sister Anna just couldn't let her go. Lying just below Matterhorn Mountain is the village home of Geppetto. He wished on a star that his puppet would turn into a real boy, and after Pinocchio saved him from the belly of Monstro, the blue fairy came and granted his wish. Our final wish is that of the Little Mermaid Ariel, who wished to become part of our world. Her story does end here in Prince Eric's castle, but it began under the sea in the kingdom of Atlantica to our left. Her wish came true, and of course, she lived happily ever after. Now, as our story comes to a close, I would like to remind you to remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, and fingers inside of the boat and